Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today's a bit of a express delivery type of video, but remember when I was looking at the 416 and I was having that trouble with the holos magnifier? Well, I found out my other magnifier, so I can now use this. It actually lines up, this is a cheap one, so the adjustment on it's not very good, but it lines up really well with this little aim point that I shoved on there, so that's kind of solved for now. I might change this and not have this on the 416, but at least we've got something on the mount and we're good to go. But the problem I have, and it's a very good problem, I suppose you could say, is I get a lot of goods in for review. I buy them predominantly to show off to you guys. I don't really use 90% of them anyway. But let's say I want to go to a game, and I've said this in many videos before, taking optics or red dots off guns to put on other guns, and the zeros are always all over the place because I'm sharing an optic with 10 different rifles. And again, it's a nice problem to have, but it's a problem nonetheless. So I have bought a ton of stuff from Holy Warrior along with some other bits from WGC, and I just thought I'd show you what's arrived and what I've ordered. So today I've got a little, I suppose you could call this an unboxing video. We've got a load of stuff from WGC. A lot of it's from Holy Warrior. So I also bought another stock. So they do have these VFC sliding stocks for the MCXs and MPXs. So I'm just going to unwrap this here. You get it in a nondescript bubble wrap, which is fine. I've got this stock on my MPX, so I know it's pretty damn good. And there you have it, just a SIG sliding stock, and this can either go on one of my MCXs or it can go on my second MPX. Bit of foreshadowing there, so pick one of those up, always good to have. I bought a shed ton of spare parts, everything I could get my hands on for an MPX, because they don't sell the bolt assemblies as like a full APFG bolt assembly with the recoil springs on. Just, you know, you buy it and you shove it in your gun. So I've had to buy everything separately. So, you know, everything from the bolt to the plastic block at the back to all the different springs and fixtures and the guide rods for the bolt as well. The only thing I wasn't able to get was a complete nozzle assembly, which they did have it on WGC, but it was out of stock. The only one I can find in stock at the moment is, I think it's a Bowmaster one. It's like an aluminium nozzle, which if push comes to shove, I can just go with that one and, you know, call it a day. But I'd rather just get the original plastic one, so I might just have to wait. But then I can have two working MPXs up and running. I still need to fix the other bolt. So we've got those. We've got some red dots. I bought an MRO, so we open this up here. We've got a ton of bits and pieces in here, and in this little package we've got an MRO, and this is a very, very clear, nice replica from them. The reason why I like trying to get Holy Warrior stuff is usually it's clone stuff, it's, you know, made in China stuff, but you tend to find the quality is a lot better. And little bit of debris on the lens out. You tend to find the quality is a lot better. So with that one, we've got the MRO. It does come with a bunch of stuff as well in terms of mounts. That's a little wrist mount. We've got a riser mount. We've got loads of stuff here. We've got a quick detach mount here, which is a Geisley super precision mount, which is I didn't even know it came with this, which is very nice actually. Do like that. The downside is I'm going to be changing the mount to another one that I've ordered, but we've got Allen keys, all different types of screws which can go back in there. So MRO, I initially bought this because I was going to put this on my MP7, but again, things can change. We might not do that, we might put it on something else. But MRO, nice little red dot. I like the big apertures of the MROs, and I have had a bunch of these like Chinese MROs from like AliExpress that just turned out to be quite useless in terms of usability, but they look the part. So got an MRO there, nice little red dot. We've got I ordered this was just labelled up as a MRO fast mount. It didn't say anything on the website with it being a PTS product, so I'm not sure whether this is either they've sent me the wrong one, or it was a PTS one and they just haven't labelled it up like that. But it comes in a PTS box. You've got the same bubble wrap as the other PTS mounts. But if we rip this open here, if I can get it open, it would indicate it is a PTS one because the other ones were wrapped really tightly like this. So break that up, and we have, oh yeah, look at that, a nice little mount for the MRO. So be interesting to take a look at that as well. So we got a mount for it. Let's pop this back in here. This one, I can't actually remember what this is, an M5B. So I think this is an aim point. So we can slide this off here, and you know, it feels really, really good. Again, they range in price, so you know, you've got things like the MROs and stuff which are like 50-60 quid. I think this one was about 85-90, so it was a little bit more expensive, but it's a CompM5. It's very nice and clear to look through. It doesn't have a battery in it, so I can't turn it on, but you've got these weird clicky style mounts which you've got like these little pull tabs, so you pull it and then you can set it and it sort of holds it in place. I don't know the ins and outs of this. The one on the left and the right doesn't travel very far, which I'm not sure how that's going to work. So maybe we have to like keep backing it off. I'm not sure, because you know, we pull that, we can, oh actually we can go round. Yeah, we can go round. So once you get it round there, you can set it and you've got like a quick adjust, which might be like a fine adjustment for the red dot. But interesting, I bought this because I hadn't really seen this style of aim point before. We've got a bunch of different rings which we can swap out, which is nice. We have all your screws, you've got a little cleaning cloth, we've got a little riser, it's a little riser mount that comes with it, and we also get a quick detach mount. So if it's sitting a little bit too low, we can use the riser to bring it up. If not, we can just have it sat nice and low on the on whichever we put it on. This mount's actually pretty cool. It's got like a leverage system. Do we have to pull this? Oh, so we just have to like lift it up and out. Nice little quick mount. And I was just trying to diversify the different types of red dots and such that I have. And you know, Holy Warrior, I've tried to buy Holy Warrior off sites like AliExpress before. When we did that review on the cheaper Holy Warrior, which was this one, which everyone said wasn't a Holy Warrior, but you can actually buy this through, maybe Holy Warrior aren't making them, but maybe someone else is making them and Holy Warrior is just selling them as a cheap alternative. But with these, it was very cheap. It came with a magnifier. I always struggle to show. The battery might have gone flat, but you know, you can get them. And what I was trying to do was I was trying to buy. They do different levels of their EXPS3. So you've got the cheap one, which is this one. They've got the S2, the S1, and then they've got a real holographic. Now I ordered an S1, which was about 100 to 150 quid. I can't quite remember. And then they do a real holographic, which was about £400 on AliExpress. And I bought the S1 and I bought the real holographic. And they tried to ship it out twice from like Germany or somewhere. I can't quite remember where. It was somewhere in Europe. They must have had a warehouse. And both times they reckon it got stopped and returned at customs. And I don't know why. But I've never had problems before. And again, all this stuff came through absolutely fine. So I've got the CompM5. This I bought just to see how good, decent it was. I didn't really want to buy this. I'm very much one of those people that thinks that Vortex are actually really well priced. The Sparc ARs are like, what, 200 quid, something like that, 250. And the only reason I bought this was because I wanted to see the level of quality that they've got on these. Now, the first thing I'll notice, having held a real one, I don't have a real one, but a friend of mine does, is the rubber sheath is obviously a little bit, you know, lower in quality. The caps are very similar, but you know, you're going to have differences there because this is made for a price. It wasn't expensive at all, but it's got a nice view, nice clear view. I'm not sure if this has got a battery in or not. I dare say a lot of them are shipped without batteries because of how they're shipped, and some couriers can be a bit funny on batteries, even like low powered 1.5 volt batteries. But interesting, you've got the caps that you can spin off, very much like my my Holosun ones, and then you basically use the cap. So there's going to be areas that you'll see differences on this, but I was just curious because it was very well priced. It wasn't expensive at all, so I thought, you know what, I'll give it a punt, I'll see if it's any good. And it's another red dot that I'll have to throw on something if I'm struggling to find a red dot to put on something, but I don't want to put one of my better ones on there. So we've got cleaning cloth in there, we've got some mounting screws and some Allen keys. What I thought was cheeky was the fact that they ship it in a little plastic box that has all the Vortex branding on, or loose branding, but yeah, we'll give that a go. And then the most expensive one I bought is actually here. So let's get rid of this box and get it out of the way. Just realised that might be really annoying for you. So the last one is actually something a fair bit bigger. This is a TA11. So it's basically like, is it the TA31, which is the smaller ACOG again? If you know more about this stuff, feel free to jump in the comments and smack your knowledge on us. But this is the bigger style ACOG, and this was about I think it was about 120 or 150. And the only reason I bought this to try was because a friend of mine had the smaller, I'm sure it's a TA31, years ago, and I looked through it and I was like, Jesus, that's really, really clear for like a copy ACOG. And bear in mind, you go spend 120 to 150 quid on a cheap Chinese one in a shop here in the UK that, you know, either is a green dot or a 4X, and it's got terrible eye relief. But just looking through this thing, it's very clear. The eye relief's good. Probably not as good as the real one, but comes with a little RMR on the top there as well. So maybe we'll put something like this, and of course, it's yeah, they do two versions of this, one slightly cheaper, and I imagine the one that's slightly cheaper doesn't have all this on, but it's got a fibre optic at the top. We've got a little red dot on there. I'm not sure how this little red dot turns on, whether it's just light activated. I couldn't really see any buttons to actuate it, but it's got lens cap covers. They are fairly cheap. This one's got tape underneath it to hold it in place, which is a bit of a pain, but yeah, a nice big optic to maybe put on something like a DMR, which, you know, you've got both red dot and, you know, a magnified optic. The case it comes in is really cheap, and as cheap as you can imagine. It does come with a cleaning brush that you do get with, I've had real ACOGs before. I've had the little mini ones that they used to put on the launchers, and it did, I'm pretty sure it did come with these little cleaning doodads. So you've got like a little lens cleaner there. So if you had a bit of dust or stuff on your lens, you can use this just to wipe it off without using a cloth or something that's going to scratch the glass. And of course, no idea what happened to the camera there. It was saying something about Android Auto, but you got the little brush on the other side, so you can get any dust or stuff off like that. This is quite a cool thing to have. I'm surprised not a lot of Chinese companies don't. I mean, it is cheap. You can tell it's cheap, but it's nice. Just if you don't want to get, you know, any kind of dust or debris on your lenses, you can just use that, have it in your kit. Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. But there we are. We've got a bunch of bits and pieces from Holy Warrior. I will be using this stuff, testing it again with optics. It's a very, very creaky case there, but with optics it takes a little bit more time. I've been testing some over longer periods of time. My Holosun I've had for a long time, and I absolutely love that setup. It's very good. The magnifier could be better, but neither here or there. So bunch of optics. We've got a stock for an MCX or an MPX. and we've got a bunch of bits here to build up a spare bolt to put in one of my MPXs and complete the two. So hope you again, just if I'm unboxing stuff, I'll just put it on the bench and turn the camera on just to show you what I'm up to. It's not something super riveting or like a deep depth review, because I literally just opened this as you're seeing it. But we've got a lot of cool content coming up for you. This will be posted now after the first on the range video, so if you guys do like that on the range video, please let me know in the comments below. If you're into your optics and your red dots, which one here do you want to see more of? Let me know down in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel as always. Check out the link in the description for the Jaeger Precision Discord, and from me and Bench, we'll be seeing you in the next one.